Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Saptarishis Astrology. We are back with another unique topic for today. And we are back with none other than Shri Vidhan Pandya ji. So please help me welcome him. Welcome, Vidhan ji. Thank you so much for coming back again and bringing out such unique topics for us. And very happy to learn from you again.
Thank you for having me again and for the introduction. Yeah, I feel very privileged to be here on this channel because it's a channel which is kind of viewed by so many audience from international, different places, different countries. So
yeah. So what are you going to teach us today?
Today we are going to talk about a technique called as Grah Samaya. Graha is the planet and Samaya means the time. Right. So this technique is mentioned in Sanketa Nidhi, and I. Shantanam has introduced this technique in his translation of Saravali.
Okay.
So basically, if you look at it, Graha means the planet and Samaya means the time. Right. So basically, it is telling you how the time period of that planet will be in your life.
Okay. So is it related to dasha, transit, or something different?
Yes. So it is. I have kind of applied it and used it to understand the dasha period, how the dasha period will be.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's say for a native, if he is going through, if he is going to start with Jupiter dasha, right? So we have to look at which sign it is placed, what house it is in, and then there is a little bit of calculation we have to do, and then we can identify what kind of Grah Samaya it is going to deliver. What results it's going to deliver can be seen through this technique. Now again, you have the common principle about dashas and how to analyze the dashas, which are mentioned in standard books of astrology.
Okay.
But what makes this technique different is, rather than having to utilize so many different methods of identifying the results of the dasha, this is a very simple technique to understand how that period will be in native's life. And it's a very broad technique. It does not go into what will happen in this Mahadasha, this Antardasha period. But if you want to utilize it, you can utilize it for, let's say, Jupiter Dasha, 16 years. This will be the major theme of the life of the native during the period of Jupiter.
Okay, so kind of broad rule for a particular.
It's a very broad rule.
Okay. Wonderful. So should we get started?
Yes, please.
Okay.
So in this technique, the first step is to count the number of the sign starting from Aries, right?
Okay.
So let's say if you are wanting to understand what will be the major theme of Jupiter Dasha, and let's say Jupiter is in Leo sign. So Leo is the fifth sign if you count from Aries, right?
Okay.
And second thing is we need to count the number of bhava. Now we have to see the Leo sign is in which bhava in the person's chart.
Okay. So you have to count the number from ascendant till Leo.
From ascendant, correct. Okay. So first we have counted it from Aries. Now we are counting it from ascendant.
Okay.
And ascendant also is, the counting starts with 1, not from 0.
Okay. So it is not the sign in which sits in the ascendant. It is 1 for ascendant.
Correct.
The counting. Okay. Yes.
And then we have to identify the number of years of the dasha period of that planet in Vimshottari dasha scheme.
Okay.
right? So if it is Jupiter, we know Jupiter dasha is 16 years.
16, yes. Okay.
And then we have to multiply all the three counts which have come up, and
Okay.
divide it by 27 and find out the remainder.
Okay. Okay. So any significance of 27?
Yeah. So what happens is, if the number is divisible by 27, the remainder is going to be 0.
Yes. Yes.
Right? And when it is 0, you take that Grah Samaya as 27.
Okay. 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 Yeah. Yeah.
Why it is 27, I don't know.
Okay.
Sages have given us the technique. So what we are doing here is, we are kind of explaining it to our audience how this technique works with the help of example.
So one question, is the technique somehow related to like 27 nakshatras or nothing like that?
There could be relation to nakshatras, but again, I don't know, because
okay.
I don't know.
Okay. So should we move on?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay.
So here is we know the dasha periods of different planets. So here is a quick reference for anybody who wants to understand about this technique. So.
Yes. Yeah. Perfect. So should I go to the next slide?
Now, what we will see in the next slide, this is the Samaya. So whatever number, whatever reminder comes, corresponds to a Samaya, right? So let's say if the remainder is 1, so which means Nana is the Grah Samaya, and the results indicated by this Samaya is good family, children, respect, success, and position.
Okay.
Right? And in that way, I mean, if the remainder is 0, which means Samaya is 27, which means it is Shambhog, which is attached to base woman, cunning, and revengeful. So likewise, we need to identify what is the Samaya for that Graha, and based on that, you can easily identify the key themes.
Okay.
From this particular table.
Can you just quickly give the book name or where the viewers can find this table?
Sure. This table, I've taken it from I Shantanam translation of Saravali. Though this technique does not belong to Saravali, but it comes from Sanketa Nidhi, and I Shantanam also has mentioned it, that he has picked up this technique from Sanketa Nidhi.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Now there is another version to it. There is people say that there is a Kannada classic, which also has Grah Samaya, but their Samaya and what we have is slightly different.
Okay.
So again, there are multiple opinions, differences of opinion. So, but what we will stick during today's session is on whatever we have on the slide.
Yeah, perfect.
But I just wanted to give our audience a little background about that. The Grah Samaya calculations, there are multiple ways to calculate it. There are multiple Samayas which can be indicated, like the 19 number, what we have here can be different from what others may be following. So again, there are gharanas and there are paramparas in astrology. There are regional language books which will have different schemes. So again, there are differences of opinion about this.
Yeah. So should we move on to the examples?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
So what I have explained here is you've taken example of life of Indira Gandhi from her childhood till the time she became the Prime Minister of India.
Okay.
She has gone through 3 major dashas during that period of 4 major dashas, and we've kind of calculated the Grah Samaya for each dasha, and we have kind of see how this technique is working in her chart. first dasha that she underwent was, the second dasha that she underwent was moon. Indira Gandhi was born in Sun dasha. She was undergoing the period of sun between the age of 0 and 3. But again, we don't know the details of what happened in her life during that period of time, and it's a very young age for a nativity to be analyzed. So we started off with my analysis with the moon dasha. So, let's
yes.
one. So here what we observe is the sign number is 10. Now this is counting from Aries and taking Aries as 1. If we count, this is 10. And we can also see that this is 10. And then the bhav or house number is 7.
Yes. So from the ascendant, we are counting.
From the ascendant.
Yes.
Counting from ascendant. Yeah. Then Vimshottari dasha of moon is
10 years.
10 years.
Yes.
So next step is we need to multiply all these three numbers, 10 into 7 into 10, and divide them by 27 and see what is the remainder.
Okay. Yes. So yeah, over here it is 25. 700 divided by 27. Yes.
So if we look at 25, the Samaya indicated by 25 number is Bhikshantana.
Bhikshatana, yes.
Bhikshatana, which means loss, bad teaching. Right? Yeah. Kind of not able to see the... Okay. So what we see is moon dasha runs between November of 1919 and November of 1929.
Yeah.
And what we notice is that during this period of her life, she was mostly home tutored, home taught, and her childhood was lonely and unhappy.
Yes.
Because the father was often away because of his political activities.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. And he was also in prison for some time.
Yeah.
Mother had TB. So she was bedridden. She was sick.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then she also lost her mother.
Yes.
And till 1934, she was home taught.
Yes.
So again, when you study at home, you don't get to interact with a lot of people.
Yes.
And the Graha dasha is also saying that bad teaching.
Yeah, and loss of mother.
Right.
Yes.
So that's how we kind of calculate the Graha dasha. This is how it works.
Yeah, wonderful.
Let's go to another example. The next example.
Yeah.
The dasha is Mars. And if we notice, Mars is in the second house and it is in Leo sign. Leo is number 5.
Yes.
And then if we calculate the Grah Samaya, that has to be
5 into 2 into 7.
5 into 2 into 7, and remainder is 16.
16, yes.
And the Samaya is Tambula, which means good position, high learning. Now this is a stark contrast between what we have seen in the first one.
In the moon dasha.
Yes. It's a low learning. This is high learning.
High learning, yes.
High learning, money, fame of higher order.
Yeah.
Now, during this period of time, she attended, and the period of Mars is between November of 2019 and
November of 36. Yes.
And during this period, she attended the schools and the colleges, best schools and the colleges of that time.
Yes. Yeah, even I think she traveled to foreign land.
She was also there in Europe. She attended school and colleges in Europe, and then her education during this period of time was excellent.
Yes.
She also started working in the local chapters. She also got started working in the local political fields of colleges and the universities. She was part of student political club of Oxford, and she kind of had this political inclination started at the time during her education.
Yeah, perfect.
So as you can see, again, this is straight from Wikipedia. She was a student at Modern School in Delhi, Saint Cecilia and Saint Mary Christian Convent Schools in Allahabad, International School of Geneva, the École Nouvelle in Vex, and then People's Own Public School in Pune and Bombay. So again, all the top schools at that point of time, she went through them one after.
Yeah.
It was a very, very high period of very good learning. She went to different best colleges, best schools at that time, and she also started engaging herself in the political activities.
Yes. Perfect. Wonderful.
Right. So let's see what happens next in her life. So then, after March, the period of Rahu begins.
Yeah.
Rahu, as we notice, it is in 6th house in Sagittarius sign. Sign number is 9. And house number is 6. And we know the dasha period of Rahu is 18 years.
Yeah.
Right. So on that basis, if we calculate Samay is 0, which means we have to read Samay for
27.
And 27 is Sambhoga, which is attached to base women, cunning and revengeful. Now, again, here we have to understand that astrology has to be applied based on Desh, Kal and Patra.
Yeah.
She is a woman, so she cannot be attached to a base women. For her, it should be attached to base men.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Yeah.
And then second thing is that we need to take care here is we should not take whatever is written literally. We have to take it liberally. Shri Ken Rao always says that you have to use astrological principles liberally, not literally.
Yeah, correct.
Right? Now let's see what happens in her life during this period. She got married on March 26, 1942.
Yes.
Now, we all know about her marriage and all the controversies in the life of Indira Gandhi because of her marriage.
Yes. Right? Yeah.
Her father disowned her for some time. There was a lot of family conflict because of her marriage.
Yes.
And there are a lot of questions about the religion of Feroz.
Yes.
Right?
Even till date, there are controversies.
Even till date.
Yes.
People say Feroz was a Muslim. Then there is another set of people who will say he was a Zoroastrian.
Yes.
Right?
Correct. Yeah.
So, but anyways, the point is we are not trying to we are only trying to understand it from astrological point of view.
Yeah.
Right? We are not saying anything to support whatever she did, or we are not arguing whether whatever she did was right or wrong. We are not judging anyone. We are just analyzing the event from the point of astrology.
Yeah.
Now, another thing about her marriage is, it is said that one is it was a love marriage. It was never a arranged marriage.
Yes.
Second thing is, she was born to a Brahmin family from Jammu and Kashmir. Correct? For a Brahmin to get married to a Muslim is never an expected. It's not a welcome thing in Indian society.
Yeah.
Brahmins are considered to be the highest in the order of caste. Again, if we talk about the caste system in India, right?
Yes.
So for her to get married to a person who is non-Brahmin, it's a big deal.
Yes, big deal.
Second big deal is getting married to somebody who is of another caste,
Yes.
and especially a Muslim or a Zoroastrian. That was a very major decision that she took, right?
Yes.
And the decision was the father did not like it. Her father did not like it. Mr. Nehru did not like it. So there was a lot of controversy about her marriage, and till today it's a kind of
controversy.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's what happens during the period of Rahu. And again, another thing that you may notice here is Rahu is setting with Venus.
Venus.
Karaka marriage.
Marriage. Yes. 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 Perfect. Wonderful. So we are getting a broad rule for the whole dasha. Actually, that is wonderful. Yes. Should we move on to the next?
Yes. So after Rahu dasha, the dasha of Jupiter starts. Now we have to see where Jupiter is. Jupiter is in the 11th house and it is in Taurus sign. So we have house sign number is 2 and the house number is 11. And Jupiter dasha, we know it is for 16 years.
Yeah.
And if we use that to calculate the Samaya, we get remainder as 1. 1 is Snan. Snan is good family, children, respect, success, position. Between in the entire Rahu period, she was working closely with her father.
Yes. Yeah.
She was working as a personal assistant to Pandit Nehru.
Yeah.
But towards the end of 1950s, which is the period, which is when your Jupiter dasha is starting, she served as the president of Congress. So by late 1950s, she started working as the president of Congress.
Yes, position.
Yeah, so she is getting position and success also. Now, if we go one more.
Yes.
Then in 1966, she becomes the Prime Minister of India. First time she becomes the Prime Minister of India. So gain of position is again seen.
Yeah, success, position, respect, everything.
Everything is seen.
Yeah.
She gained success, position, respect. So all the things are seen during this period of time.
Yeah, perfect.
Right. So now let's move on to example of another president.
Yeah.
Another political figure. Here we have the chart of Bill Clinton. So again, Jupiter Samaya is what we are calculating. So Jupiter is in Libra sign, second house.
Yes.
Right. And the dasha period of Jupiter is 16 years. So Samaya is 8.
Yeah.
And 8 is
Vipradhana,
which is Vipra plus Aradhana, I guess. Which is fortune, gains of land, success over enemies, rich relatives. Right. So if you notice in the life of Bill Clinton, the period, now let's see the period in the Jupiter period, which started in 1987. Now till 1987, he was working as the governor of Arkansas.
Okay.
Then suddenly in around 1987, there was a media speculation about his plans of his desire of being the president.
Okay.
So at some point of time, people started saying, projecting him as the president, future president of United States. So obviously the seeds have to be sown. You cannot become president of a country overnight, right? So it has to be a process, right? So it all started at 87, exactly at the time of the start of his Jupiter dasha.
Yes.
And then later on, if you see, in 1992, I guess, you can go down one more time.
Yes.
In 1993, he becomes the president of India and he serves 2 consecutive terms. Now, again, right? So, for most part of Jupiter Dasha, if you see almost like 8 years, he was the president of United States.
United States, yes. So success over enemies, because
Success over enemies
he
has to
won
be
the election.
fortune. If you are becoming the president of a country, it's a great fortune, right, for
Yes,
you.
yes, yes.
You are so much privileged. And see, this is the second house. Now, again, I don't want to divert into what houses it is, but you have to see that it is the second house of administration.
Yes.
You are running the entire country together, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah. And Jupiter himself is a minister.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Wonderful. Wonderful.
So again, it's a very simple technique which can be utilized just by knowing 3 things. House number, sign number, and the Vimshottari dasha period.
Yeah.
And then when you divide it by 27, you get a remainder, and just on the basis of remainder, you can refer to the table which is given in the slide, and that will tell you the major theme of life of a person, what will happen
in that particular dasha.
In the particular dasha.
Yes.
And another thing which I want to kind of highlight here is we have seen the application in the major dasha, right?
Yes.
But if you apply the same technique to identify the specific result for Antardasha Lord also, and if you blend these two together, you'll be able to arrive at more minute or more detailed view of what is going to happen.
Okay. Can you give us one example?
Sure. Now, if you go to Bill Clinton's chart.
Okay. Just a second.
Now, at the time when he became the president of USA, he was running Mahadasha of Jupiter and Antardasha of Sun.
Okay.
Which means you have to also calculate the Graha Samaya of Sun.
Okay.
Now, if you calculate Graha Dasha of Jupiter and Graha Dasha of Sun, and then you see what both of these together are trying to say, then you will realize the actual effect in a very specific period of time.
Yes.
Jupiter Dasha is 16 years, but obviously not every day is same.
Yes,
not every Dasha is same, right?
Yeah, correct. Yes.
So in that way, you can be a little more detailed. You can also get very specific details about what exactly is going to happen in a period of a year or more than a year. Because
yes, yeah, correct. And with this merging of two is very wonderful. Wonderful conclusions will come through the merging of two things. Yes. Yeah. Wonderful, Vidhanji, and thank you so much for bringing out such great technique for us, and for like a new path to look at a chart, and it is just referring of a table.
yes,
It is not something like a person has to like remember, or maybe we can just refer to the table. Yeah.
See, understanding the result of a dasha is a very complicated subject. Again, there are hundreds of aphorisms about what result a planet is supposed to give during a particular dasha.
Yeah.
But if you can use all these things together, but again, depends on how much you know about different aphorism, how to use, how various dictums will come into play, functional nature of the planet, right? The natural nature of planet, all these things have to be kind of clubbed together. But this one it's a very simple technique, and all you need is a little bit of how it is working, and then you can know the major theme in the life. And I think it is very useful in terms of understanding the broad theme of a particular dasha.
Yes. It is it is broad rule and kind of snapshot prediction.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's snapshot.
Yes. Yeah. So wonderful. Thank you so much, Vidhanji. Thank you so much for coming again and bringing this unique subject for us. Thank you so much, and we look forward for such great sessions in
Thank you so
future.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for having me back.
Thank you so much.
Then he said, please think on this fundamental question of astrology. Why are you born in so and so Lagna, Taurus Lagna, Karka Lagna? Why not in some